We have started to slip up and form isn't as good as it was, but amazingly we are still top of the Bundesliga for now. Hello the front, it is TIJ and welcome to episode 8 of season 5 of the Conquering Euro Save on Football Manager 2019 with Dortmund. Today we play a very crucial match in the hopes of our title race against Hertha Berlin away from home. We're our 5th in the league. There were early title challenges, but for now they're going to struggle to be because there are 6 games left for both teams and we're 14 points ahead of them. So if we actually beat them today, it rules them out of the title race. But we've also drawn a familiar face in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. We've drawn RB Leipzig again, a very familiar face. We play them away from home in this episode and then at home in the next episode, followed by that crucial Bayern Munich game the next episode. But as I've just said, we did slip up a little bit since the last episode. Now, we beat Krasnodar and Wiesbaden and Hoffenheim in the last time. But in fact, then we went and lost to Hamburgers SV. We just couldn't do anything against Hamburg. It was a really weird one. From my memory, I think we did pretty much not necessarily dominate the play, but no, we didn't actually. They pretty much dominated the play. 18 shots for them, only 4 for us. We had quite a poor game, but they had 63% of possession, got a late goal, and fair play to them. And that was 3 points lost, and I thought, that might just be a blip. And then we lost again against Wolfsburg 1-0. They again pretty much dominated the play, I think, 56% of possession, but we did have a lot more shots this time. But they got a late goal. But we had to go back to our counter-attacking tactic after that. But it seemed it was just a little bit of a blip because we went and beat Werder Bremen and Schalke quite convincingly. If we can beat Hertha Berlin today quite convincingly, then it puts a bit of a buff between ourselves and Leipzig. But after that, it's meant that Leipzig could reduce their gap to 2 points to us. Bayern Munich is having an awful season compared to their usual. So if we can beat Hertha Berlin today and Bayern Munich lose their next match, that's 10 points, 15 points available. Basically they're out of the title race and it's just between us and Leipzig. So win all of our 6 games and we are champions. Sounds easy enough, doesn't it? No, not really. But for today's game against Hertha Berlin, the first game of the episode, Carrier starts in goal with our usual back four they've seen for a while now. Eckel and Gomez are the chosen ones in the midfield with Pulisic and Larsen on the attacking midfield. And the same goes for attack as it does defence. Volland and Origi, the usual attackers, with Volland getting a good hat-trick in the last game. I was saying last time out that he's getting a little bit old now, he might not be the player he used to be, but he scored a hat-trick last time out, so you can't really leave a player like that out. And I do think the international break we had after those 2 losses really helped us out just to cool down, remember that we've got a title race to fight for, and just cure our form. We've only had 2 wins since those 2 losses, so we're still not playing the best, but if we can get a good win today, it certainly washes away any of them thoughts about any slip up at the end of the season, because that could still well happen. Leipzig are very much keeping us on our toes. The same can't really be said about Bayern Munich, but at the same token, at the same time, if we went and lost to Berlin today, and Bayern Munich went and beat us in our next Bundesliga match, they're only 2 points away then with 4 games to go, so they can very much get straight back into it. But at the same time, if we can beat them and beat Hertha Berlin today, it is all over pretty much. I think it'll be all over mathematically then for Bayern Munich pretty much by then. What a ball that is for Sake. He's in the clear and it's 1-0 to Hertha Berlin. Again, not the best start for us. I have to tell the players to demand a little bit more of them. A great counter-attack from them there. Fair play to them. And as I said, we are 1-0 behind. We're not playing the best at the moment. I can't put my finger on what's happened. Whether teams have figured us out a little bit. Whether we're just not bereft of motivation but we're a little bit tired. That doesn't seem like that's the case. It's certainly puzzling what's going on at the moment, but a good ball from Pulisic to Brun Larsen on the left wing. Puts it into the box. Origi can't quite get that. Gomez can have a second go. Now that's been blocked again. Horn, third time lucky perhaps. Horn to Gomez. Eckel on into the box. Eckel has a shot. What a driven goal. That is straight across the floor, past the goalkeeper. And Matty Eckel, who's going to turn out to be a massive player, whoever he goes to in terms of a club in the future. He scored his first goals for Germany in the last international break. That was just a tremendous achievement for him. Scored 2 against Switzerland. He's going to be an absolutely massive player in the future. And he certainly helps this year. But if we can get a second one back, again, we can forget all of the fact that we went 1-0 back. And a great free kick as usual from Sergio Gomez. And we're 2-1 up all of a sudden. And blimey, that was a good turnaround. In fact, I'm very happy about that quick turnaround. Because the worst thing would have been to have been 1-0 down for a while. Perhaps going to half-time 1-0 down. I mean, still remember, they can always come back into this game, can Hertha Berlin. That's not out of the question just yet. And as we have a free kick, Lazaro into the box. Gomez gets it out for now. Pulisic, not the best clearance, but perhaps we can get it. Pardon me. No, we don't. Burnic on the ball. Burnic to Jorge. Jorge on the edge of the box. Shoots. What a finish that is from Jorge. And in fact, is that Dennis Burcic? I think he's actually our player. But I think he's on loan from us. I might be wrong, but I think that's our player. It is. Why is he playing against us? What a stupid clause that was from the previous manager. Deary me, he's put a clause in place so that he can play against his old team. You know, you'd think he's given us a hand, but he's actually given the opposition an assist. Well, you can forget having a new contract, pal, and as I said, they could very much come back into it, and that's exactly what they've done. Oh, dear. 3-2 now. We're leaky at the back. As you saw in those games before, we couldn't score a goal or two. I don't know what's happened. Maybe I don't know, maybe it's just end of the season blues, I'm not really sure. But Origi with a good pass to him, and he very nearly put the point back to us then. To be fair, we only need a point today to make sure that we stay top for now. But we're really clutching at straws. We need to win every game to make sure we win the league. But we're really relying on Leipzig having a bit of a sloppy form now, because I don't know what's going on. I can't put my finger on it. The stats leads that we're playing actually better than other teams, but it seems that we're sloppy at the back and that we aren't good up front. You know, we've scored 2 goals, fair play to them, but our strikers really aren't playing well. Yeah, I don't think anyone played as capable as they should be in the first half. Let's demand a little bit more from them. I think we are going to change our tactic to the positive Dortmund tactic, just to change things up a bit, just to change some of the instructions, etc., and see how we get on with that. Because it's really concerning that we are losing here. If we lose again here, then I honestly think that they deserve the title. You know, you can't go and lose 3 games within about 4 or 5 in your title run and go and win the title deservedly, in my opinion. I mean, we've had a great season, but if we go and lose again here, questions have to be, oh, we've gone to the wrong bloody tactic. I meant to go to the controlling one. We'll go back to the one we were on before. But no, it's not good enough. I don't really get what's going on. Again, Bayern Munich, it's a massive game. We really didn't want this slump in form when we're coming to play face Bayern. But if we lose the league from this position, I'll be gutted. But that looks like what might well happen now, because we're behind against Hertha. We've shown no sign of any really revitalisation in the second half. They may well get a 4th here. Seek through to Jorge. This is going to be a 4th, isn't it? Jorge into the box to Arp to Benedetti. It's 4-2. Honestly. I just don't get what's happening. I really don't. I'm just speechless, because how can you go and play so well all season and then slip up so badly when you get to this point? All we had to do was keep the form going. The bubbles burst, though, it seems. We've got to go very attacking now, because we've 20 minutes to go. We're 2 goals behind. We've got to score at least 2 to get a point out of this. What a ball, though, from Pongracic to Origi into Volland, and he can't finish it. Leipzig will be rubbing their hands together here, because, you know, we've had the complete fall from grace. I mean, we're nice and comfortably clear. I mean, that's a goal for us, but you can guarantee we'll probably be ruled out for a foul or offside. And the goal's been called back for offside. Well, there you go. That just sums up our luck at the moment, I think. I've given the lad to talk to say, you know, you're not playing well, sort it out. And they're not interested. I mean, they're saying that, well, we're playing a lot. Oh my God, this is starting to annoy me now. Well, you know, we're playing well. You don't know what you're on about, clearly, and it's just, I don't know whether we've lost support. We haven't lost support in the dressing room, not at all. But I can't understand what's going on. I can't make any sense of what's going on, particularly because we played so well all season. We've lost our bottle, and if we don't score 2 goals quickly, it ends up not being in our hands, because Leipzig can take the lead in the league, and this is really not good for us. Really, really, really not good. Luckily, we get to focus on the Europa League next, but if we don't get 2 goals in the next 2 minutes, which I'm certain is not going to happen, Burnic very nearly puts the pressure on. And the end of that highlight brought us to full time, and I have to say, more than anything, I'm just confused. I thought, you know, we had a little blip, we lost 2, and I thought we might have been back, but yeah, we've got a game against Bayern Munich next, so boy, do we need to recover our form. But before that, we can focus on the Europa League at least, but not too far away from home, because we go to Leipzig, and we'll hopefully tire them out and give them a little bit of demotivation heading into their next Bundesliga games. But, well, it's a really bad situation for us now, because it's not in our hands. But of course, now it's time to look forward to the Europa League quarter-final first leg. I don't think anyone wants to win this title. Leipzig have lost as well. Blimey, they've lost 1-0 to Stuttgart, so I really don't think anyone wants to win this title. Look, unbelievably, we've lost 3. What is that? 3 of the last 5 now? And amazingly, we are still 2 points clear at the top. I mean, after that, let's be honest. We can't afford another loss now, but Jesus. Get out of jail free card. And one of our lives, and whatever else you want to say, we've definitely used all of them up now. No, never mind, we got another one. Hamburg beat Bayern as well. Blooming hell. So, all of the top 3 lost this weekend. That is absolutely bonkers. Did Hoffenheim win? Because Hoffenheim here, you know, Hoffenheim and Hertha Berlin must be thinking, huh? Are we back in the title race? I mean, there's only 5 games to go. There's 15 to play for, but Hoffenheim, they're still in the title race. I said this was a 2-horse race, but boy, it's going to be a blooming brilliant end to the season. But if we can win all 5, as I keep saying, we're going to win the league. But I'll just shut up now. Let's get to play Leipzig, for goodness sake. Well, it's a massively crucial period for us, and we start, of course, with this game against Leipzig. I mean, we could end up, at the end of this, with a treble. We could win the Cup, we could win the Europa League, and we could win the league. Or we could end up with none of them, one of them, 2 of them. It's such a crucial month for us. We have a maximum of 2. We've got 5 games left in the league, so it's a maximum of 10 games left. But if we win today, if we lose these 2 legs on aggregate, of course, we'll only have 5 more games left. So I don't know what competition to prioritise at this point, because I think it would be a disaster if we went and won the Europa League and lost the league. But it's not a disaster if we go out here and win the league. I mean, domestic success for us as our goal of conquering the Euro, and as well as that's a great goal from. Oh, it's a handball. What are you doing, Divock? As well as our, you know, as well as Dortmund's success as a personal team and our success as a manager will go down to the league. The Europa League's also massive too, considering where we've come from to be in the Europa League. I mean, we're in what, the best place, second qualifying round. To come from that point to here is fantastic, and we've had a brilliant start here at Leipzig. We're 1-0 up. I mean, we're technically 2-0 up, but a great header from Brun Larsen puts our second in the back of the net. And what a great start this is from us. I mean, there's some really big teams in this draw now, as I've said before. If we can win these 2 games, we're pretty much going to either face Barca, Tottenham or United. I mean, none of those teams that we can't put a good fight up against, but I have to say that over 2 legs, possibly we could beat Tottenham, possibly on a bad day we could beat United, but Barca I don't think we could beat, but it'd be a big test for us. But to get to the semi-final of Europa League and lose to, you know, a team like Barcelona or United wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. We've got to get past this game, of course, first, and to beat Leipzig is a very big job. Of course, you don't need to be told that there are opponents in the Bundesliga, so I guess that whichever team wins this, it gives them a positive effect, or does it really? I don't know. It's not the worst if you lose this game, because you've got more fitness for the games in the league. I mean, of course, it's only an extra 2 games, but every game's crucial at this point. And what a counter-attack this could be. Pulisic just runs through the defence into Origi, and how hasn't he scored that? There was 3 of them that were just all by themselves, and he put into Origi, and Origi did nothing with it. But it's still 1-0, unbelievably. Leipzig haven't offered a lot, and it seems that, you know, we're having a bit of a drought, and as I showed you before, Bayern, Leipzig have both lost the weekend. Perhaps they're having a few jitters at the end of the year. I don't really know. And if they would, I'm quite happy with that. You know, I'm not going to complain against that whatsoever. Because, of course, if we can win our next match against Bayern, it's going to be a tough one. But if we can win our next match against Bayern, and Leipzig lose their next match again, I'm not sure who that's against. But that's a poor shot from Leon Bailey, considering it's a good cross from Timo Werner. If they lose their next game, we're 5 points clear with 4 to go. 4 to go, I think. So, you know, it's every game is massive now. Even these first legs, second legs, Europa League games, because, you know, every game you've got to keep fitness, got to keep rotating. And I have to say, this month of games and these few episodes that are going to go out in the next few days and rolling into next week are going to be massive for the channel because, well, not the channel as such, but for this series so far. I think it's the most important of these series so far because we can either stoop ourselves in a fantastic season and look, wow, we've won the treble or the double or whatever it turns out to be, or it can be looked at as one of the real bad, why is Impadu there? You know, one of the real bad oh, for goodness sake. See what I have to put up with? Right, we want Impadu Let's bring Pongracic off himself. There we go. Impadu goes there. Lovely. We weren't going to bring him on up front, were we? Jesus. Right, Forsberg's got a corner for Leipzig. Werner has the shot. I mean, amazingly, they've had 22 attempts and not scored yet. So, we're doing very well to keep them out. But our attacking prowess needs to become a little bit better. We need to get attacking a little bit more. We are playing a counter-attacking play, admittedly. We're trying to defend while attacking a little bit. But it looks like they may well get a goal here. But a good block from, I keep trying to say Timo Horn, but Hannes Horn. But it's straight back to their lad, Brooks, to Chan. Look how tired Chan is. But he still puts a good ball through to Douglas on the edge of the box. Into Gomez. Good save from Carriers for now. Can they get something out of this though? Wan-Bissaka gets it. Gomez. Jesus Christ. How on earth have we kept them out there? We need to go a little bit more attacking, I think, to prevent those situations from coming up. But if we can finish this 1-0, it shows how A, our defence has been magnificent today, and B, you know, how well we're playing as a unit. But a good counter-attack will come out of this. Good ball from Pulisic to Volland. Don't think anything will come of it though. A good clearance from their defender. But it comes to nothing for us. And it doesn't come to anything for them, of course. That's a double bonus for us. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, not the best throw into Volland, but luckily we've won it back straight away. It's a bit of a scrap in the midfield, but Leipzig come out the best. Maxi Arnold on the ball. Now they can get a counter-attack going on the right to William. What can they do out of this? Can they get a goal and make it level? I do wonder, but no, nothing happens. What an odd highlight that was. Douglas, Werner, Forsberg. We've let them through so easily there. It's one each. We've let them through way too easily there. It was a good throw-in, poor defending, and it's one each. I knew it was going to come at some point, but I didn't want to jinx it. I'll say that, but no, I did know it was going to come. We're going to have to go back to the attacking tactic now. Fundamentally, we want to win this game. We don't want to lose again. You put a real bad morale on us, I feel, but oh no, it's a shocking cross. And now Leipzig have the attack, and if we've probably doomed ourselves here by going with the attacking tactic. Luckily, it's a poor attack from them, but it's not all over yet, I don't think. Impadu to carry us. Bad ball out, though. Oh, dear. They've got a second bite of the cherry. Douglas with a shot. It's in. Oh, no. Oh. Honestly. This could be an omen, you know, for the rest of our season. Oh, dear. Nothing's going right. I mean, we shouldn't have attacked, arguably. We shouldn't have been so stupid that we went attacking after it was one each. But we're going to have to go attacking now. And it looks like we're going to be on the losing side again. I mean, we've got one goal, granted, away from home. So that gives the away goal advantage going to Leipzig. But not good at all. Can we get a second one? That'd be brilliant. Pepperloo. Oh, that's a poor ball up. I mean, those were coming off the start of the year, but it certainly didn't there. Can Wilson get a bit of individual brilliance? Brun Larsen on the edge of the box, into the box of Volland, and Volland gets the second goal back, and it's 2 each. We've got the away goal advantage, and that looks a lot better than when we were 2-1 down just. We've got the fight in this team, but we just need a little bit of consistency, which is amazing to say after we went something like 20 games unbeaten. Game's not over though yet. We should have really sat back, to be honest, to avoid a loss. That was really stupid. To just keep it as we were. We're better than we were 10 minutes ago, but it may well be a mistake here as Durm's on the ball for Leipzig into Werner. Shoots. It's a goal. Damn it. That's me being stupid there, to be honest. That's my fault. But if we're going to take a positive out of it, we've got two goals away from home. You know, it's been a free scoring game. Our defence hasn't been the best, but they've had 30 attempts. We've not been good enough up front, but fundamentally we've got 2 goals out of it, so it really shows how bad we're doing that we can't complain about this result. But it's our first loss in the Europa League total this year. But we're back to do it all again on Monday to see if we can have a better episode. I really hope the weekend away can just give us a bit of joy, you know, a bit of relaxation. Personally, I'm recording the episode in about 10 minutes, so it's not going to do that at all. But if you've enjoyed that, folks, obviously we lost. But if you did enjoy that, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll be back on Monday for what may well be the most pivotal episode in the series yet. So it gives you even more reason to subscribe if you are new, of course, to the channel to get those videos. Monday, Tuesday, probably Wednesday will be the final episode of the season, and it's going to be a great end to the season. Whatever happens, I won't be salty unless we do lose, of course. I'll be happy if we win. But thank you very much for watching, folks. I've been TIJ, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Thank you for watching, folks, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.